Hey, and thank you for watching. I'm Ryan and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you the basic concepts on how to use Microsoft Excel with NVDA or non-visual desktop access. And I will also introduce some essential commands for navigation, selection, and input. At the end of this lesson or tutorial, you will be able to describe Microsoft Excel and you will also be able to start using an MS Excel worksheet. Firstly, what is Microsoft Excel or MS Excel? Microsoft Excel or simply Excel is a spreadsheet program. It is part of the Microsoft Office suite of programs. Now, let us define some important terms that we need to be familiar with as we use Excel or Microsoft Excel. First one is the cell or a cell. So cell is the basic unit of a spreadsheet in which our data are stored. Next is the word default. Default means that a selection or a setting is made automatically if the user has not made any specific decision. Next is the word range. Range is a group of cells that are in contact with one another. Next is the word spreadsheet. Spreadsheet means a grid of columns and rows designed for entering, calculating, and maintaining information. Next is the word workbook. Workbook is an Excel file that contains one or more worksheets. Finally, the word worksheet, it means a single MS Excel worksheet or spreadsheet, I mean. For the course of this tutorial, I'll be using Microsoft Excel 2010 version and NVDA 2020.2 version. Now I'm going to launch Microsoft Excel from the Start menu.
Start menu. Search box. Edit. Search programs and files blank.
And on the search box edit field, I'll be typing Excel.
List. Program. Microsoft Excel 2010.
The first item here is Microsoft Excel 2010. I'll press enter.
Taskbar. Unknown. Microsoft Excel Book 1.
And as the Excel program opens, NVDA reported uh, Microsoft Excel Book 1 A1. This Excel window has several parts from top to bottom. So from top we have the title bar. Next is the quick access toolbar, the office or file button, the formula bar. Uh, Before the formula bar, there's the ribbon, very important part of the window. And next to the ribbon is the formula bar and the worksheet area where we do our tasks, and of course the status bar at the bottom. The title bar displays the name of the file that we are using. In this case, since I just opened a new Excel worksheet, the default title is Book 1. Now once I save this to a different name, that saved name will appear on the title bar. Now the quick access toolbar is mainly used by sighted users. The office or the file button, which can be accessed by pressing the hotkey Alt plus letter F, is essentially part of the ribbon of Excel. The the ribbon is the part of our window that allows us to perform different kinds of commands, and although in most part of this tutorial we will be using some hotkeys or some shortcut keys, it is still very important that we know how to access the ribbon and how to perform commands using the ribbon actually consists of two levels. The top level includes tabs and icons, and to access these tabs I just need to press or activate the Alt key,
Ribbon tabs. Tab control. Home tab selected. Alt H.
and I land on the Home tab. To go to the other tabs, I can press either the left arrow key or the right arrow key. Now I opt to press the right arrow key. Pressing it once brings
Insert
me
tab selected.
to
Alt N.
Insert tab. Next will
Page
be
layout tab selected. Alt P.
Page layout. Next,
Formulas tab selected. Alt.
Formulas
Data
tab.
tab selected Alt A.
Next is Data
Review
tab.
tab selected Alt R.
Next is Review
View
tab.
tab selected Alt W.
Next is View
Minimize the
tab.
ribbon button, show only the
Next is the button to minimize the review, the ribbon I mean.
Microsoft Excel help button, get help.
Next is the Help
Minimize
button,
button.
Minimize
Restore button.
button,
Close button.
Restore, Close,
File tab button Alt F.
and the Office File tab or button. Now pressing right arrow again would bring me back to the Home tab.
Ribbon tabs tab control. Home tab selected Alt H.
Now to go back to the worksheet area, I can either press the escape key or the alt key. So since I want to go back to the worksheet area, I just press
Sheet 1 table A1.
escape key, so I'm back on A1. Now another way to access the tabs on the ribbon area is to press or to use combination keys. To activate the Home tab, I simply need to press Alt plus H.
Ribbon tabs tab control. Home tab selected Alt H.
So it's Home tab.
Sheet 1.
And to go to Insert tab, I need to press Alt plus N.
Ribbon tabs tab control. Insert tab Sheet 1.
To go to Page Layout tab, the hotkey is Alt plus P.
Ribbon tabs tab control. Page layout tab selected Alt P. Sheet 1 table.
To go to the Formulas tab, the hotkey or the combination key is Alt plus M.
Ribbon tabs tab control. Formulas tab selected Alt. Sheet 1 table.
To go to the Data tab, it's Alt plus A.
Ribbon tabs tab control. Data tab selected Alt. Sheet 1.
To go to Review tab, it's Alt plus R.
Ribbon tabs tab control. Review tabs.
To go to View tab, it's Alt plus W.
Ribbon tabs tab control. View tab selected Alt W. Sheet 1.
And finally, to go to or to activate the File button, I simply need to press Alt plus F.
Save Alt FS.
And the first item there is the Save command. Now to go back to the worksheet area, again I will press the Escape key.
Ribbon Sheet 1 table A1.
At this point, let's take a closer look at the worksheet area of the Microsoft Excel program. Earlier I said that Excel is a spreadsheet, and a spreadsheet is made up of rows and columns. Now the columns of Excel are labeled with the letters of the English alphabet. So we begin with column A until the last column is actually column IV. And if we count the number of columns, we have around 256 columns. But the visible columns on our window are probably, of course, that's less than 256. And the rows are labeled with numbers or numerals. So the first row is row 1, and I think the last row is row 65,536. So we have around 65,536 rows. Now each cell is identified using the intersection of both rows and columns. So for example, our first cell here is identified or labeled as cell A1 because it's the intersection of column A and row 1. Now there should, if we write the syntax for our functions and formulas later on, we don't need to put a space between the column label and the row. So it should be they should be together and without a space. A cell can actually hold a number of characters, but what is visible to sighted users or sighted people is around 8 characters, or 8 point something. So what's visible is around 8 characters. Now let's try to navigate through the worksheet area. Now we can use the arrow keys to go from one cell to another. So if we want to go to the cell to the right of A1, we simply need to press right arrow. Say we press the right arrow 3 times,
B1, C1, D1,
we land on D1. And if we press down arrow, say down arrow 5 times, so we are on D1. Pressing down arrow 5 times would bring us to
D2, D3, D4, D5, D6.
D6. So arrow keys can be used to go from one cell to another. It's the go to command, so I just need to press. Now if I want to go back to A1, I simply need to press the hotkey Control plus Home.
A1,
And to go to a specific cell on our worksheet, which may not be easily done by pressing the arrow keys, I can activate a hotkey, which is the go to command, by pressing Control plus G.
go to dialog, go to reference, edit alt R blank.
Say I want to go to Z71. I press Z and then 7 and then 1.
Microsoft Excel Book 1, Sheet 1 Table, Z71.
And I'm on Z71. Now the active cell is cell Z71, which means the cell is on column Z and on row 71. Now if I want to go to the beginning of this row or the first cell of this row, I just need to press the home key.
A71.
And I'm on A71, which is the first cell on row 71. Now if I press the tab key,
B71.
take note I'm now on B71. Pressing the tab key again
C71.
will bring me to C71. Now this means that pressing the tab key brings me one cell to the right of the active cell. So that's the function of the tab key. And if I press shift tab, that simply means I move backward by one cell.
B71.
So I just press the shift tab and another shift tab
A71.
brings me back to A71. And again, the home or the hotkey to go back to the first cell is Control plus Home. So I'm going to press Control Home.
A1.
I'm now back on cell A1. Now with the things I did, I showed you that in navigating through the worksheet area, we can use the arrow keys, right, left, up and down keys to go from one cell to another. And if we want to go to a specific cell, we can use the go to command, which is Control plus G. To go back to the first cell, which is cell A1, we can use the Control plus Home hotkey. And to go to the beginning of the row, we can also use the Home key. So with this, I hope you learned something, and stay tuned for my next video or or the next part of this tutorial. Until then, see you and God bless us.